Today we're diving into Lightroom once again to edit some rainy day photography. So a couple of days ago, I went out into the city of Rennes to capture some photos. And what is interesting is that it was a very rainy day. So it was on purpose. I did want to take photos during the rainy day and kind of show what the city looks like on this weather. If you want to see all the photos that I captured during that day, you can check out my Instagram, Human Photographs, where you can see all those photos. But I'm showing you some of those photos also on the screen so you can see what it looks like. Now, these photos were all edited using my Lightroom Moody preset, which is what we're going to be using today. And yes, in case you didn't know, I do have a Moody preset, which is available right now on Lightroom, which you can get using the first link in the description below. It is a preset that I've worked pretty hard on, and I really like it. I love using it, and I know you guys will like it too. So if you like my channel, you like my videos, and you want to support me, then you can get the preset. It works for Lightroom Mobile and Lightroom Desktop. So whether you're on a computer or an iPhone, Android, whatever you have, it can work for you. Welcome back. My name is Samuel from Human Photographs. On this channel, I create photography content. And if that's what you're into, then please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any new videos. I am trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. Now listen, we're really close. I really think we can hit that. So if you subscribe to my channel, that is one subscriber closer to my goal, and I really appreciate it. All right, enough yapping. Let's get started. Okay, so here I am in Lightroom, and this is the photo that we have to work with. As you can see, it's really cloudy, and actually it's pretty great because cloudy days mean that the photos are usually soft, right? The lighting, at least, is really soft. You don't have those harsh, shadows on the faces, on the floor. It looks really good. And since it was raining and there was a lot of water on the floor, you can see the reflection of the light, right, all over here, all over the floor. So this looks really nice, and I'm actually going to try to bring that out even more with the preset. Now, first things first, let's apply the preset to the image. Boom. Now, if I apply the preset, you can already see what it's doing. Actually, let's do a quick before and after. So if we do a before and after, you can really see that the image is much more moody, but also the orange light from the stores, are really pushing, right? If you look on the floor here, you can really see the reflection, right? It's highlighting all those reflection even more. And when you do rainy day photography, you really try to capture the reflections on the floor. So this Moody preset is really putting a light on those small little details. Another thing we can see is that the photo is much darker. So what I'm gonna do is, I think I'm gonna create a mask on the sky here to bring back some detail. And then I might create a few other masks. We'll see. Because as I usually say, don't just apply a preset and then call it a day, right? Always go in and tweak it so that it fits in your image. Now I can see that the image is a little bit distorted, right? This happens sometimes with camera lenses, but it's really easy to fix. If you go down here to lens correction and you click on enable profile correction. Boom. Once you do that, you'll see that it kind of undistorts your image. You can even click here, remove chromatic aberration to, remove chromatic aberration. I find that it works really well. Okay, so first things first, I think I'm gonna raise up the shadows a little bit, like so, or maybe all the way, like that. The white balance, I had it set right, the white balance, but I'm just gonna put it back on cloudy, even though I had it set correctly on the day. Okay, now I kind of want the image to be a little bit more warm, so I'm gonna raise the white balance. Even though it was set correctly, I'm just gonna raise it a little bit to be 75, 100. Perfect. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna go here to the masks, and I'm gonna use a brush to, select the sky. Now it doesn't have to be perfect, because all we're gonna do is we're gonna raise the highlights. We have to do this with a mask, because if we just raise the highlights in the normal way, then it's gonna raise the highlights of everything. Even the lights right here, the reflection and all that, but we just wanna raise the highlights of the sky to bring back detail. Perfect. So now that I have this selection made, I'm gonna go here over highlights and I'm gonna raise it. Just like that. And then what I'm also going to do is I'm going to add some dehaze to kind of add this glow effect to the highlights, to kind of make it seem like I'm using a Pro Mist filter, something like this. Perfect. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to create a mask to kind of isolate this area here, right? Because this is just foreground, okay? And this is just the floor. I don't want this part to be too distracting, right? I want really this part of the image to be the focus. So this is kind of how you can use masks to, direct the eye of the viewer to the part that you want. So I want the viewer to be looking on this side, right? Because this is where the people are walking. This is where, there's the most reflections. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a couple of masks to just darken that side of the image so that our eye is drawn directly to this side. So to do this, I'm gonna go back on masks. I'm gonna do a linear gradient right here, like this. And I'm gonna add another one like that. Perfect. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to lower the exposure. That. I'm gonna lower the blacks also a little bit. Perfect. Now if you do before and after, we can see that we've darkened this side. Now I'm also gonna do the opposite on the other side, and I'm gonna brighten this side a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a radial gradient. I'm going to brighten this side by raising the exposure. Now if you do before and after with the masks, this is without the masks, and this is with the masks. Again, without the masks and with the masks. As you can see, it's really doing a big difference on the image. Okay, so that is the first photo edited. Now let's do a quick before and after. As you can see, the photo is really transformed, right? We have more details on the sky. It looks bright. We added this, pro mist filter effect. The warm light from all the stores is really shining. The reflection are really, they're really crisp. The image is sharp. And this side, we've darkened it and we've brightened this side over here so that the eye of the viewer is directly drawn to here. So what I'm gonna do is, instead of, starting everything from scratch, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy all the effects from this image by clicking on copy. I'm gonna select everything except the healing and the crop. Also the masks. So I'm gonna deselect these three things, and everything else I wanna copy. Now this is really useful because instead of using, going through each photo one by one and, redoing the edit, if you have photos that were taken the same day, around the same time, and with the same lighting condition, you can just copy and paste the effects from one photo to the other and then make some minor adjustments. Since, I took all those photos the same day, it's the same lighting condition, I'm just gonna copy the effects with the Moody preset and apply it to another photo. Okay, so I have this photo. This photo was literally taken on the same spot. I just moved a little bit in front of the store to get, this front view right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click here on paste, and it's gonna paste all the settings. And boom, there you go. This is what the image looks like. So let's do a quick before and after, right? So this is just with the Moody preset and all the minor adjustments that we have already made. So now I'm gonna go in and add some masks. And as you can see, once again, the light from the store is really shining through. The reflections are nice and sharp. So right now I'm just gonna do a quick and dirty mask on the sky. It doesn't need to be perfect. So I'm gonna select the brush and I'm just gonna start. Perfect. So now I've selected the sky, and I'm gonna do the same thing as I did before. I'm just going to raise the highlights. Perfect. It's gonna bring back the sky. And I'm also gonna go down to the haze and decrease it a bit to add this mist filter effect on the sky. Now, if we do before and after on the sky, we can really see what it has done. But I wanna do something else. I'm gonna add a couple more masks. So what I wanna do is I wanna brighten the front side of the building, and I wanna darken everything else around it. So to do that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to create new mask, radial gradient, and I'm just gonna create a mask right here on the front side of the building. Perfect. Then I'm going to raise up the exposure, something like this. Then I'm gonna duplicate and invert the mask. Now this is gonna duplicate and invert the mask, obviously, and I'm gonna do the exact opposite. I'm gonna lower the exposure, and I'm also going to lower the blacks. Now, as you can see, it also is affecting the sky, but that's okay. We're just gonna go to subtract, select the brush, and we're going to deselect the sky. That means it's gonna darken everything except for the sky, because obviously we just brightened the sky by raising the highlights and we don't want it to be darkened. Perfect. Now let's do a before and after the masks. Before and after. And this is what it has done. Now let's do a general before and after. So in this before and after, as you can see, we really use the masks to draw attention to the front of the building, right? Because this is what is right in front of the camera. That is what we want to see. And we use another mask again for the sky and another mask to darken everything around the front of the building. So as you can see, this Moody preset works really, really well for rainy day shoots as well. Now, if you want to follow along with me, I will leave both of these images in the description below where you can download them for free. Now, you will still need the Moody preset, but you can also get that using the first link in the description below. Again, it is a very great preset. As you can see, even for rainy days, it works like a charm, and I really love using it. Now in this video, I showed you how the preset works on Lightroom desktop, on my computer, obviously. But as I said in the beginning of this video, this preset is also available for mobile phones. So whether you're using an iPhone, a tablet, an Android, whatever it may be, this preset can also work for you. And if you want to know more about that, you can watch this video here where I use it on my phone. You can also click here to subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. As I said, I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. We're so close. So close. But that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Stay creative, keep creating. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next one.